Howdy, this is Patty. I'm your range rider and all-time barbecuer. This is a presentation for how I make my favorite Tomatilla avocado salsa. This is a picture of tomatillas in their husk. Lots of folks see these little doodads in the vegetable section of the grocery store and can't figure out what they are or what to do with them. You recognize tomatillas, don't you? Here's a picture of the tomatillas without the husk. So the first thing you do is to take those husks off and wash the tillas up under cold water. So the first thing you do in preparing the tomatillas is to take off the husk and wash them up under cold water. Don't use soap. Water will do you fine. Next, cut up the tomatillas into quarters so they'll fit nicely into a food processor. TB's busy using her big processor, so we're stuck with a little undie today. She brought out the first aid kit when she found out what I was up to. Now we're going to fix up the avocados. Find yourself some darker skinned ones at the grocery. Soft but not mushy to the touch. Kind of like the ones in this photo. Okay, so cut through the cotta and around the outside of the middle seed. Twist the two halves apart and use your knife like a hatchet to get a grip on the seed. It'll come right out with a twist. Then use a spoon to get the cotta meat out to use in the processor. Cilantro gives this salsa a unique south of the border flavor. I've spent a little time along the Rio Grande down in Big Bend roping and riding. So wash up a bunch of cilantro in plain water. Fancy up the cilantro by chopping it. I'm not afraid to include a little finely chopped stem. It's all digestible and the flavor is so fine. The serrano pepper is what gives this salsa added flavor and heat. If you're a tender tongue, remove the seeds. I make 2 batches of this salsa, one for TB with no pepper at all, and one for me and the boys with pepper aplenty. It hurts so good. So here we have the chopped cilantro along with some chopped serrano pepper. Let me gather all of them up and make a picture of our fixins. Now that all the ingredients are prepped, we're ready to blend them in the food processor. This is the time I usually have to look for my drool rag. The fun's getting ready to begin. With this small processor, we'll blend 3 batches. 1 pepperless batch for TB and 2 pepper batches for me and the boys. Things aren't going to look this clean for a while. And I get fidgety around sharp machinery. This here's the precious salsa nectar. I'm tearing up. Don't rub your eyes after handling the serrano pepper. Some cowboys forget this caution. Don't you forget. So ta-da! Here's what we've been aiming for. Use whatever chips fit your fancy. I've been known to make a meal of this tongue-pleasing tomatilla avocado salsa. A tip of the hat to you, partner, from your range rider, Patty.